one thing you can always count on. Sean Hannity is back on the radio.
Welcome back. It's Mark Simone here for Sean Hannity. Well, I thank you for being patient. You sitting there on hold for hours through all these guests and everything, but thanks to you for being so patient. Now, I see some of them are Occupy Wall Street protesters, so them I don't worry about. They clearly have plenty of free time. Let's go to one of them right now. Let's go to Rob in New York City. Rob, you're on the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, Mark. You know, I guess you called me a name before, and it really hurt my feelings.
Oh, I just said moron, idiot. I didn't mean it in a bad way.
That's pretty bad. Would you want me to call you a moron right now?
Yeah, if I did something really stupid. Let's say you're protesting Wall Street and you want something to be done. You want somebody put in jail for 2008. You want something done to change Wall Street, regulate Wall Street. That's all done by Congress, the Justice Department. If you got the wrong city and you're 1,000 miles away, I think you've earned the title moron.
Well, actually, the Attorney General for New York State is Eric Schneiderman. He's willing to prosecute people right now. In fact, he's going right up against Obama.
That would be Albany. You got to go up to Albany and protest there until he does it.
No, because it's the Obama administration that wanted to make a deal to give immunity for mortgage fraud. And Eric Schneiderman was the only Attorney General that said, no, we want to investigate all types of fraud.
I know, but why aren't you guys where you belong, protesting in front of Congress and in front of the Justice Department? Forget that Eric Schneiderman. I mean, he's a good guy, but forget him. You need the Justice Department to step in and fix this.
You made a mistake, because the Justice Department is a bunch of toadies for the banks. If you haven't figured that out,
I agree with you. My question to you is, why do you help them? Why are you the enabler that lets them get away with this?
No, we're protesting the banks that are paying off the Justice Department. You know that
you got the wrong place. I mean, you got to. Can't you study the history of protesting? Can't you look back and see what is
yes,
effective?
I have.
Okay, effective protesting would be get in front of the Justice Department, in front of Congress.
Because the people that bought them off, the people that they're working for pay, is the banks at Wall Street. I can tell you specifically how, too. You know,
yeah, I know, but you got to go protest in front of Congress and not let them get away with that.
They've already let them get away with it. Congress has a deaf ear, so now we have to show Wall
Congress has a deaf ear because you're 4,000 miles away. They can't hear you. Go protest outside their window.
Well, there's occupiers in D.C. There's occupiers in all
you idiots in Zuccotti Park. What is Zuccotti Park? You do know that there's no Wall Street firms on Wall Street anymore. They've all moved to Midtown. Goldman Sachs has a building down there, but outside that, every Wall Street firm is in Midtown. I shouldn't be telling them this. Why am I telling them?
Well, they're already protesting in Midtown. They're not. 10,000 in Times Square. There's actually 2 protests right now. One is in Foley Square.
Let me ask you a better question. You idiots went to protest the Wall Street billionaires the other day in front of their houses. You went up to Rupert Murdoch's house. Here's a guy who has nothing to do with Wall Street. You went to David Kochs' house. He has nothing to do with it.
That's not true.
That's absolutely true. He has nothing. David Koch has nothing to do with Wall Street. Do you know that in the middle of those 2 houses, you walk right by George Soros' house, a big hedge fund manipulator, a convicted felon, a convicted insider trader? Why did you go by his house and not protest there?
I believe George Soros should be convicted if he committed a crime.
He's already convicted. He's a convicted felon. How come you passed his house and went to Rupert Murdoch? He has nothing to do with Wall Street.
If there is evidence of mortgage fraud, you can't go after just Democrats. That's ridiculous and preposterous.
Why did you
get educated?
Let me just tell you how misled you are by whoever's pulling your puppet strings, all of you.
They went to Lincoln Center, which is named after David Koch. He paid money. And
First of all, you know that David Koch has nothing to do with Wall Street.
Of course, they have companies that are publicly traded.
He's in the manufacturing business. He has nothing to do with banking or Wall Street. And first of all, I hate to break this to you. Have you ever talked to David Koch? This guy hasn't got a political thought in the world. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's like a happy-go-lucky sort of Hamptons party guy.
Well, it'd be so nice. Let's have some of those guys kick in so that we can pay the deficits and that we can...
Well, wait a minute. He's already paying more than his fair share. You remember that you do know the top 2% pay all the tax in this country.
All right, well, I'll pay more if he pays more.
You're not paying any. Do you know that the top...
Oh, that's not true. I'm a hard-working New Yorker. You know,
you have a job? I thought you were protesting because you didn't have a job. Now, do you know... Wait, listen to this. The top 2% pays 38%.
Yeah, well...
Doesn't that sound like they're paying more than they should?
No, actually, the white-collar fraud, the tax fraud, tax cheats, it's over 20% when you get in the...
You do know... Wait a minute. I'm talking about income tax. The top 2% pays 30...
They're more likely to cheat...
Let's go. Whoa. There are plenty of criminals in all economic levels. You do know that the top 2% pays 38% of the tax. Doesn't that sound like they're paying too much?
The amount that they're paying has no impact on their lives. The amount that we're paying...
I asked you a simple question, and you're trying to talk your way out of this.
Well, I was
the top 2%.
Republicans that can't afford their medication.
Well, wait, hold it. The top 2% are mostly Democrats. Let's remember, all Wall Street, top Wall Street guys, Wall Street CEOs are all Democrats. There's a couple of exceptions. No. Wall Street is all Democratic for the most part. I'm talking about the top levels. Almost every CEO Democrat.
We agree that Obama is the biggest contributor, but they hedge all their bets, man. He gets like 52% to 47% that goes to McCain. They buy both parties.
No, they don't. No, they not when. Yeah, that's true of a lot of business people. That's absolutely true, but not with Wall Street. Primarily, Wall Street money always goes Democratic. All the top CEOs, the top Wall Street CEOs, all those top Goldman Sachs guys, always Democrats, never Republicans. Let me ask you, just speak from your heart. How do you feel about the fact that this president staffed his entire administration at all levels with Goldman Sachs executives? What do you think of that?
You're right. The day he was inaugurated and he appointed Rahm Emanuel and all these slouches, all these retreads.
But he particularly singled out Goldman Sachs. He took top Goldman Sachs executives and put them in every department, every bureau, every level of his administration. How does that make you feel?
Oh, well, it makes me feel bad, but now that we spoke about a Democrat, is it fair if we talk about a Republican?
Sure, go ahead.
We demand an investigation on both parties. Why do you keep going back to the Democrats? How about Newt Gingrich? How about him taking payoff?
Newt Gingrich is a minor player. You want somebody in jail for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac? That's Barney Frank and Chris Dodd.
You were just talking him up with your guess. You were just going over how he has.
I love the way you keep pretending. I love the way you pretend you don't understand what I just said. You just keep going. Why aren't you demanding Barney Frank be in jail?
Let's send them all to jail.
I agree. But the first one to go to jail for Fannie Mae.
Let's go back to
first one to go to where's my pepper spray? First one to go to jail for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is Dodd and Barney Frank. Why aren't you demanding that?
We're demanding that all crooks. Talk to the Attorney General.
Wait, you have never ever done anything to put any of these guys in jail, and the only thing you could do is go protest in front of the Justice Department.
Wall Street.
They're not on Wall Street. None of them have an office on Wall Street, and you've got to go protest in front of the Justice Department.
You're going out of order. You're going out of order. These guys are billionaires. The guys in Congress are millionaires.
I know. Why aren't you outside protesting in front of them?
Bill Clinton and Newt Gingrich made a deal. They made a compromise, and it worked. They balanced the budget. Why won't anyone in either party go back to
the whole? Wait a minute. You do understand the whole 2008 crash was caused by a couple of actions in the Clinton administration. One was the Commodities Futurization Modernization Act, and the other was the repeal of Glass-Steagall. So you're talking about the Clinton and Rubin and company, and throw in Phil Graham, causing the 2008 crash.
You had incredible deregulation under Bush, and then
wait. The deregulation that caused the 2008 collapse was the repeal of Glass-Steagall. That was the firewall that separated your money from those crazy investment banking nonsense. Why aren't you protesting them?
Let's not be morons here. He enacted the Bush tax cuts,
the Bush tax cuts had nothing to do with the 2008 crash.
Oh, nice one. Why don't we go to the Brookings Institute?
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you go dig up the Time Magazine study? It's a liberal magazine called Time Magazine. They broke down exactly who was just. There's no publication more liberal than Time. All right, maybe Newsweek, but
you should see all the signs down on Occupy Wall Street against the Glass.
I know, but and please don't take this the wrong way. But all you down there, you're the biggest bunch of morons. You are the most ineffective protesters in history. You got the wrong building, the wrong city. You're going to get nothing done. You probably got a good cause somewhere in there, but you're too stupid to be effective and get it done. Go to Washington, protest in front of Congress, protest in front of the White House, go protest in front of the Justice Department, and get something done.
Well, you're wrong against their pawns, their toes.
Anyway, nice talking to you. One of the chapters in Ann Coulter's book, where she explained the mob mentality and all that, she said, never, ever try to reason with the mob. It's impossible. Mark Simone, here for Sean Hannity.
Breaking